How's it going, ladies and bruises? I'm Sixkilla. Welcome back to Abyss of the Sacrifice. We finally finished off the first chapter. I assume these are broken into chapters like that. So I guess we can move on now and pick who we want to deal with next. Well, Arsena seems like the worst character by miles, and then Chloe seems like a dick as well. Let's start with Miki, since she was our first character in the last one. Friends. Hopefully the puzzles are reasonably accessible. Hey, let us rest. Arsena was practically screaming. As someone who was feverish just a few days ago, no one could blame her. We'll take a break as soon as we find the path upward. It's just a little bit further. No way. This is the third time this is happening. Miki was tired of hearing Arsena and Olga argue. Arsena showed no signs of moving. I'm exhausted. And I've never carried something this heavy in my whole life. She quickly unzipped her bag and pulled out some water. Impatience and anger bubbled up inside of Miki's chest. There's no way I'm gonna die here. She walked straight up to Arsena. What? Arsena stared defiantly up at Miki. Suddenly Miki grabbed the bag that Arsena had flung to the ground. Hey, what are you doing? You think this is heavy? She spoke quietly. Then I'll carry it. Arsena thought Miki was going to hit her with the bag. For a second, she was in shock, but she quickly came to and slapped Miki's hand. Hands off. The impact made Miki drop the bag. Miki stared at the hand Arsena had slapped. I did the same thing once before. Elaborate? There was a loud smack. Miki had slapped a hand that was held out to her. The girl's chastised hand hung in midair, as she stared back blankly. Why did I slap her hand away back then? That moment, I fly through the air, and all I see is sky. When my back passes over the bar and I lose all sense of gravity. I love that moment. I want to fly higher. Just a few more inches, just a few more centimeters higher. The high jump was my world. If only I hadn't gotten injured, I could still be feeling that moment today. But I heard Miki's dropping out. Because of a fracture, right? What a dumb thing to do right before a meet. They were right. I'm dumb. The pressure must have gotten to her. She pushed herself too hard. Now it's my turn to shine. They didn't know I could hear them. And their fun conversations. But I couldn't care less about these bystanders' voices. It doesn't matter what anyone says. I just want to fly. But I can't anymore. That's all there is to it. Don't worry, you'll get better. Heal up and come back soon. So you're through one meet. I know you'll come back even stronger. Everyone was so irresponsible and carefree. Deep down, they didn't really believe I would come back. If I can't fly anymore, I don't want to go back. I want to get as far as possible. From that moment, that air, that blue sky, that ephemeral weightlessness. But then she told me, jump, I know you can do it. She said that and reached out her hand, but I slapped it away. What was the look on her face then? Again. Arsena picked up the bag at Miki's feet and walked away. Miki's lips seemed to be whispering, I'm not just some obsolete baggage. She looked down at the hand Arsena had slapped. What terrible deja vu. Chloe jumped in to poke fun at them. What is this? A primetime soap opera? You guys are great actors. Shut up. Just as Miki suppressed an urge to scream, Olga came over. It does look like everyone's tired, Miki. Maybe we should take a short rest. What do you think? Here? Olga trembled at Miki's sudden harsh tone. Of course not here, we just passed by a clearing. It would take us backward a little, but we're not going to last at this rate. I could use a short break too. Jitka stared at Miki with exhaustion in her eyes. It was a mistake not to check out that hall we passed earlier, anyway. I told you we needed to check it out. Fine. Miki dropped her gaze. You guys can go back to the hall and rest. I'm going to keep going. Oh yeah? Chloe let out a mocking laugh. Olga was frantic. You can't do that. It's too dangerous to go off on your own. We were all on our own at first, weren't we? It had turned to a pointless argument, but Miki didn't turn back. She just spun around and trudged on by herself. I can still make it. I just have to get out of here. I know I can do it. Trying to convince herself of that, she moved forward through the debris. She'd become stubborn. After walking for a while, she saw an elevator. It was even still functional. This might be a way to the surface. I should go back and tell the others. The relief of finding an exit helped her calm down a little. Suddenly, she heard a deep rumble. Huh? It was an approaching tremor. Before she had time to panic about another earthquake, bam! A shockwave hit the floor from below. Miki was able to keep herself upright, but her vision started to sway. At the same time, an ominous splitting noise started to get louder. Before she could panic, it was too late. She felt herself falling, and then a powerful impact. She weakly got back to her feet. When she looked around, her surroundings had changed. Thanks to the earthquake, most of the floor tiles had crumbled into the floor below. Other than feeling a little dizzy, Miki was miraculously unharmed. Is her leg stuck under something again? Alright, what do we got? Command lets us look up. Interesting. What do we got over here? Looks like a ventilation shaft. Looks too tight to fit in. Well, that's unfortunate. There's a flat wall, unharmed even now. What else can we see? This? Looks like the support pillar is okay. Well, if anything's going to be okay, you'd imagine it'd be the support pillar. What is that? Oh my god, it's a Roomba! Why is there a Roomba? Doesn't look like this will open. I guess we send the Roomba up the ventilation shaft, right? Go Roomba. Looks like a ventilation shaft. Looks too tight to fit in. Oh, come on, Roomba, you can do it. Looks like it can go into cramped spaces. Yeah, exactly. Are you serious? Come on. Well, I guess we'll look up. There's rubble scattered about from where the ceiling collapsed. I see that. What is this? What does this device do? There's a button with an arrow pointing up on it. Looks like a switch that changes the vacuum robot's instructions. Looks like you put the vacuum robot here for maintenance. Go on then. So we need to program it correctly to send it through. Looks like the vacuum robot is finished charging. The power won't turn on. Maybe it needs a part of some kind. Looks like a switch to change the... okay. We have a charged vacuum robot. Alright, what else is around? Can we stick the vacuum machine in the hole now? I guess we're gonna have to control it, right? This comes back out up there. Lovely. Poor vacuum robot. Anyway, let's look up. Ventilation shaft. I can see an elevator door up there. I think I fell down 2 floors. How the hell did you not get hurt? Really lucky to be okay after that fall. She was originally somewhere much higher up. Yeah. So we need to program the vacuum cleaner robot correctly from here first. There's a hole here. Yeah, we need some kind of card that will be the programming for the robot? Waste came out of the vacuum robot. That's the card, right? The card was among the waste. Look at that. Who would have thunk? Now we put that in the slot, and that'll be its programming, right? The card fit perfectly into the hole. And then maybe we need to put the vacuum in the hole as well to program it. The vacuum robot is in wall mode. I guess that's what we needed. Cool. Let's see if that works. What? The vacuum robot won't move. It looks like it needs to change modes. But when it's in the other mode, it just comes out the top like an idiot. Looks like a switch. Yeah, I know. Floor mode. Now it's in wall mode. Let's see what we can do with that. There's got to be something, right? Can we look up and just does it stick to the wall? Maybe it's like a spider droid. No. And you can't stick it in the hole. Are we serious right now? What did that drop? Obtained a rope. Well, I mean, that sounds handy and all, but can I combine it with that? It's a rope. There's nothing special about it. Combine. Attach rope to the vacuum robot. Good. Now it's like a grappling hook, right? Let's throw that shit. Oh, what did that say? Take rope off vacuum robot. No, we're good. There's a hook on the pillar. Looks useful. Hif it. Hif the robot. Alright. I'm gonna take them apart again. Obviously we need to hook it around the hook, right? Seems pretty simple, pretty straightforward. I just gotta click on the right thing, I guess. Oh, maybe we just stick it to the wall here, and it'll go up and hook it right. There you go. Because it's in wall mode, isn't it? Not that I've ever heard of a robot that can drive on walls, but still. Alright, that worked. Now I can use this rope to climb up here. Whew. She managed to make it back to the top. She saw something as she gazed ahead at the path she'd been on. What? She had a bad feeling in the pit of her stomach. What is this? She ran over, and that feeling was confirmed. The bridge had collapsed. Now she couldn't move forward, but when she went back to find another route, she was faced with the hole in the floor. She had to get over this in order to get back to the others. The hole was about 8 feet wide. There wasn't anything she couldn't jump over. Jumping was Miki's only forte. Besides, this was a lateral jump. She even jumped that distance vertically with her leg strength alone. At least before her injury. She shook the negative thoughts out of her head. I can do it, I know I can. I can get over this hole, no problem. She walked back to get a running start and calmed her breathing. She gazed straight ahead. And then she took off. The dark chasm got closer. She just had to kick off and jump. It's no use. She remembered the blue sky stretching above her mat. My body feels so heavy. I'm gonna fall. To Miki's eyes, the other edge of the chasm seemed so far away. She was convinced she would fall. This wasn't the same as the high jump. There wasn't a mat to catch her. No. Help me. Suddenly, she felt a sharp tug on her arm. Huh? I didn't fall? As she blinked in disbelief, a voice called out above her. What do you think you're doing? Chloe had grabbed Miki's hand. Chloe? As she murmured, a strange thought crossed her mind. This is the first time she'd spoken to this girl's name. That day, when I slapped her hand away, I remember now. She didn't stop reaching out to me. And she said, you want to fly, don't you? I saw your wings. Those wings are for flying. Do you believe I can fly again? Do you? Chloe? She said that name loud and clear. Chloe's face remained expressionless. Can you climb up already? My arm feels like it's about to fall off. Despite the urgency of her words, her eyes were calm. Miki giggled a little. Once they were back with the others, Olga came running over. That was a big tremor. Are you okay? Just barely. Chloe shrugged modestly. Is everyone here okay? Olga nodded. More or less. Jitka got a few bruises though. Jitka saw Miki and called out, are you okay? How could you worry us like that? Miki looked up in surprise. Stop going off on your own and being reckless. Okay. I'm sorry about earlier. Asuna spat her words out and walked away. Asuna was so much more upfront than Miki used to be. Maybe Miki could be friends with these girls. A natural smile spread across her lips. To be continued. Alright, not too shabby. That went pretty quickly. I think I might not even need to edit that. So we figured that one out pretty quickly. What do we got next? We'll just work our way down the list, I guess. So we'll go Asuna next. Death. Lovely. She's the least likable character, so... fitting. On a sunny weekend afternoon, the park was filled with the voices of children playing. Asuna was one of those children. She was in an especially good mood. She ran around in the soft grass and played on the slide and swings. Whether she knew them or not, she constantly got other kids to play with her. Although focused on her playing, she sometimes glanced at a nearby bench. Her beloved papa was sitting there. Whenever Asuna looked at him, he would always wave. If she ever got into trouble, he would always come to save her. Knowing that, Asuna was able to relax and continue playing. All of a sudden, she heard a girl crying. Asuna glanced around and found her a short distance away, getting stared down by a little boy. So, give it back. No, it's mine now. Finders keepers. But it's mine. I just dropped it. Where's your proof? It doesn't have your name on it. It seems this boy had picked up a toy that the girl had dropped. As soon as she realized what was happening, Asuna was furious. This girl was smaller than Asuna, while the boy was clearly in grade school, about 2 or 3 years older than herself. That's not fair. How can that big boy pick on a girl half his size? She clenched her fists and stomped right over to the 2 kids. What's your problem? The boy glared at Asuna, but she glared right back. You're not playing fair. What do you say? The boy's childish anger was aimed straight at Asuna. For the first time, she was scared. She took a small step back. The boy raised his fist into the air. He was going to hit her. She instinctively flinched. Asuna? The voice called out from behind her. It was her beloved papa. She spun around and saw her father running towards her. She was overcome with relief. Everything was okay now. Papa was coming to rescue her. Suddenly, a guilty look crossed the boy's face, and he lowered his fist. He was about to walk away, but Asuna called out to him. Wait, that toy isn't yours. The boy clenched his teeth and glared at Asuna. Then he threw the toy at her feet. I didn't want it anyway. With that, he sped off. Thank you. When Asuna turned around, the girl was smiling up at her. Asuna gave the girl her toy and grabbed her father's hand. Let's go, Papa. She felt strange. A little happy. A little embarrassed. It was a strange feeling. She held her head up high, then pulling her father by the hand, they left the park. Her father put his big hand on her head. It was her favourite warm hand. She had the best papa in the world. Asuna jolted back to reality. It seemed she'd been spacing out. Nearby, Olga and Chloe were arguing, as usual. They had different opinions about the way forward. This had been going on for about 30 minutes now. Cut it out already. She cursed them under her breath. She heaved a heavy sigh, but Olga and Chloe didn't even glance at her. At first, Asuna didn't like how they decided which way they'd all go. So she fought back. But all of her ideas were rejected. They always ignore me like this. They must think they're the only ones who are right. Usually she would snap at them, but she didn't have the energy today. As she stared at their quarrel from afar, she decided to ignore them. Just then, Jitka, who had also been watching the argument, stood up. She walked over to Olga and Chloe and hesitantly spoke up. Excuse me? What's with that girl? Is she seriously trying to interfere? Although Asuna rolled her eyes, it was rare for Jitka to speak up. This piqued Asuna's interest, but Olga and Chloe didn't even notice Jitka's presence. How many times do I have to tell you? That facility won't work right now. But if we get our hands on some electricity, we might be able to get it running. You say that like it's so simple. Who's even gonna... excuse me? Jitka's voice finally broke through the quarrel. What? What is it, Jitka? Chloe and Olga spun around at the same time. But because they were just arguing, their gazes were more piercing than usual. It was enough to make Jitka freeze. Well, her voice faltered as she looked down at her feet. Asuna looked on from afar. That girl really gets on my nerves. If she can't speak her mind, she shouldn't even try. Ajika soon took a deep breath and raised her head. Well, I don't think we should fight, so can you please stop? Asuna's jaw dropped. What an idiot. The words slipped out of her mouth. Even Olga looked surprised. Well, Jika? We're not fighting, this is just an important discussion. She spoke awkwardly, as if explaining the situation to a child. Chloe, on the other hand, wasn't so nice. What are you talking about? There was clearly scorn in her voice. Don't interfere in things you don't understand. But, zip it. There was a harsh finality to her words. Jitka's shoulders trembled. She took a fearful step backward. Even Asuna didn't blame her for feeling hurt. Chloe, that was a mean thing to say. Chloe just snorted condescendingly and re-engaged Olga in their discussion about where to go next. Olga had no choice but to join in. The argument started again, and Jika was completely abandoned on the sidelines. What an idiot! After watching the whole fiasco, Asuna thought to herself again, she's so dumb. Anyone who said something that stupid would get mocked. To not know that and act like a hurt puppy afterwards, how dumb. Asuna sneered at Jika deep inside, or at least she tried to. For some reason all she could feel was an uncomfortable pain. Something made her heart ache. In the end, all she did was watch. She didn't try to save the other girl either, but just watched from the sidelines. Nothing had changed since then. Damn. She'd almost remembered something. She didn't want to remember. She shook the thought away. That night, the girls decided to stay and rest at their current location. They each spread out in a comfortable place to sleep. The night wore on. As soon as Asuna lay down, she quickly fell asleep. It wasn't clear how much time had passed, but a tremor jolted her awake. Oh man, I was just dreaming about Papa. A shout quickly cleared her sleeping mind. It's an earthquake. Asuna quickly sat up and felt it was a big one. The girls clung to the ground and waited it out. This must be the one that took Miki. As always, the tremors finally stopped after a while. Is everyone okay? Olga asked, and the others called out to confirm that they were. Asuna was about to do the same before she paused. Jika was nowhere to be found. The last time Asuna saw her, she was curled up nearby. Jika's gone. She probably just wandered off somewhere. Chloe had an annoyed look on her face. Yeah, Miki sided with Chloe. Let's wait a while. She might be back soon. Olga sided with caution. But Asuna exploded angrily at everyone's attitudes. How can you all be so calm? Didn't you feel how hard the ground shook? Yes, but Jika might be stuck somewhere dangerous, unable to move. Asuna really worried about others. Chloe stared at her suspiciously. Yeah, she's all over the place. She's so hard to pin down. She'll still come back eventually. I say we take a nap and wait. Anger rushed to Asuna's head. What if she doesn't come back? The silence fell over the group. For some reason, Asuna was panicking inside. Papa didn't come back. Her classmate didn't come back. What if... Okay, let's go look for her. Olga spoke up. This is new. Miki pointed to a large chasm splitting the floor. Everyone could agree that it hadn't been there before. That last earthquake must have caused it. It opens up to a hole below. Based on our location, it must be where all the garbage chutes lead. As Olga and Chloe gazed down, Asuna was filled with a terrible thought. Do you think Jika might have fallen in? As she whispered, Olga's gaze shot up. She couldn't have. But it's strange that we've searched everywhere but here. Asuna stared into the chasm, but it was too dark for her to see anything. Here goes nothing. What a pain. She jumped into the chasm. Oh my god. That's insane. Papa? Her papa was there. Just a little further and she could reach him. But no matter how much she ran, no matter how loud she screamed, she couldn't get any closer to him. Papa, wait, don't go. Where are you going? Why won't you come back, Papa? She screamed with all her might. Papa is disappearing, he's leaving. What do I do? She heard a faint voice. Don't worry, Asuna. I'll be back soon. Papa? Asuna. Asuna? She opened her eyes to find Jika staring down at her anxiously. Jika? Asuna. Jika wrapped her arms around Asuna. What are you doing? I'm so glad you woke up. I thought you died. Jika, I can't breathe. Let me go. Oh, sorry. As Jika pulled away, her tears of happiness turned into a complex expression. She anxiously cocked her head. Are you hurt anywhere? Hurt? Yeah, my whole body hurts. I did fall, you know. But it's nothing serious. But you're crying. What? She wiped her eyes with the back of her hand, and it came back damp. Yeah, it's nothing. She mumbled and glanced around to hide her embarrassment. They were in a dreary square room with garbage scattered on one side. It seems Chloe was right. This is where all the garbage chutes led. How did you fall down here? I don't know. Jika hesitated. I got thirsty, and while I was looking for water, the earthquake hit. Asuna sighed and pointed up. Well, if you're not playing hide and seek, let's get out of here. Search. Alright, let's do it. Metal barrel? There's a dirty metal barrel here. Lovely, my favourite. What is this? The cord is buried under the metal barrel. Okay, so we need to move that thing somehow. Ew, it's filled with garbage. You've been here this whole time. I can't believe you could stand the smell. Well, yeah, I fell. It's not like she has a choice. She can't just leave. It's not like, oh, this place smells. I'm out. If it was that easy, she would have left already, right? Everywhere is full of garbage. I just want to get out of here. Yeah. Don't we all? Oh, we can look up. We'll do that shortly once we look around. There's a console. That obviously needs a key. Cool. Nothing else around here though. Grated floor. What's this? That also needs a key. There's a keyhole, but it seems broken. Yeah. What's this box? It won't open? Looks like it's locked. I wonder what's inside. Guess we're not going to find out right now. It's not working. It won't open. Is there an exit somewhere else? Up? What a dirty pipe. Can we use it for something? Beats me. Right. Alright, let's, that's all the way around. Let's look up, I guess. We fell from that hole, right? Are you okay, Jika? Yeah, I'm just hurt a little bit. Right. Doesn't look like we can get back up there either. It's the whole Asuna and Jika fell through. Okay. Well, that's everything then. The graded floor? Hey, look out. Seriously, watch your feet. It's hard to get your foot out of this if you get stuck. Sorry, thanks. Graded floor, pile of trash, metal barrel. There's a cord coming down from above. Wait, where does the cord go? Where's the cord? Maybe it's behind us? Nothing like dusty garbage. Can we take the lid off the barrel? If we could just move this thing. Hey, Jika, hold that side. It's really heavy. Just hang on to it and don't drop it. It's the cord. The cord is disconnected. Let's try connecting it. Hey, the light turned on. Really? Alright, let's do this again. Sure. Have Jika hold it down. Hold the cord. Keep it down, okay? I will. And now we're gonna try and trash spilled out from above. Trash spilled out from above. Or maybe that means there's more trash to dig through and we can use that to find something. More garbage popped in. What in the world is going on? I hope there's something we can use at least. That was what I was hoping. I guess I'd have to individually see the thing though. Garbage is piling up high. Oh, what was that? Is that a metal detector? There's nothing here at all. Alright, now use the metal detector on this pile. There's something here. A saw. Okay, what do we need the saw for? Oh, we'll open this box with it, yeah? It's just a wooden box, right? Yeah, saw will do. Alright, now that we have the saw, we can deal with this box. Good luck, Asuna. Alright, fine, I'll do it. Key. Yeah, everything's going together very nicely for us today, isn't it? Well, there's a bit of farting around there, but not too bad. Not too much farting around. And we get a free frickin' metal detector that we can take home with us as a prize. The lid opened and a button appeared. Push. Alright, now something should happen. I was gonna say the place gets filled with even more rubbish. Jika, the door opened. Huh? What's going on here? Jika, can you hear me? Looks like it closed. Yeah, what should we do, Asuna? What should we do? Make it open, what else? Talk to Jika? Jika, can you hear me? Is there anything you can do from there? I don't know, but I'll give it a try. Asuna, what do we do? Don't worry, we'll be fine. Alright. Door won't open. So she's on... Oh, what the hell? Oh, she's on the inside, is she? Of whatever this is. What the hell? Alright, can we switch to the other characters? Okay, you've got it too. Alright, so what do we do? Looks like this can't be pressed. Alright, let's switch characters. So we have to make them all one color, or...? I have no idea what this puzzle is. The panels all became the same color. I have no idea how I solved that. The partition lowered. Let's hurry outside. I really don't know how I figured that out. That was an accident. Asuna pulled herself out of the hole, ending up on a random floor. Finally, they were out. Whew. Asuna let out a deep sigh. Jika pulled herself up behind her and let out a similar sigh of relief. We made it. She walked over to Asuna's side and spoke softly. Thank you, Asuna. Thank you, Asuna. Jika's words reminded Asuna of that girl when she spoke the same ones. Don't mention it. Trying to hide her pink cheeks, Asuna mumbled awkwardly and looked away. I just don't want any more regrets. That's what she whispered to herself. The two exhausted girls leaned against the wall for a while to get back their strength. You know, you kept calling for your papa while you were unconscious. Asuna turned bright red. What? I did not. Yes, you did. I was probably just dreaming. You were shouting, come back. Asuna felt speechless. She couldn't believe she said that much. Did your dad go somewhere? Jika gave her a curious look. Go somewhere? As Asuna repeated Jika's words in her head, she strangely felt a sense of relief. That's right, Papa just went somewhere. I'm sure he'll come back to me someday. He said he would in my dream. I hope he comes back soon. Jika's innocent smile made Asuna nod. If he came here to save you, I wonder if we'd all be saved. Aren't your parents worried about you too? Jika shook her head sadly. I don't have parents. You don't? Asuna was taken aback and didn't know what to say. Did they die? I don't know. Oh. Hearing about Jitka's life for the first time, Asuna was suddenly sympathetic. Well, if you don't know, then who knows? If they're still around and know you're here, they might come and save you. Jika shook her head again. No, I'm sure they won't. I'm a bad girl. What? They left me because I'm a bad girl. That's what my teacher said. Asuna didn't really understand. But she thought she caught a glimpse of the pain in Jika's heart. She put up a front and joked. In that case, I don't think anyone will come and save me either. I'm a pretty bad girl myself. No, you're not. Then the same goes for you. Huh? But no one comes to save bad girls, right? That's not what I meant. Your definition of bad girl is different from mine. No, it's the same. Bad is bad. What? All of a sudden, their conversation had turned into a battle of words. It felt so silly that the two girls burst out laughing. Talking with Jika made Asuna feel her papa would really come back and save her someday. That day, see you later. Papa never came home. But I know he's watching me somewhere, from a distance. Wave at me like you used to, Papa. And come save me soon. That's another 2 down. I still can't pin down Asana's character. Sometimes she's the biggest asshole in the world. But sometimes she's not. I guess we'll do Olga and Chloe in the next one, and then we'll do Jitka and move on to the next set after that. Until then, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I'll see you in the next one.